Hi, this is Rohit Pirwanla, student ID 2174629. So I'm going to explain about the coprime Python code in this video. So before that I'm going to run the code. So after running the code, we can see that check for the coprime page below. We have to enter the values, let's say 21 and 25. We got the output that 21 and 25 are the coprimes. Let's see the explanation. In this Python code, I have used one of the good and great algorithm, that is Euclidean algorithm, which is the most efficient to find the GCD. And let's check how it works. So here what we are doing, this is the whole algorithm, so I've just used it. So the algorithm is to divide the modulo, or do the module division, that is numerator number 1 by number 2. So here the number 1 is 21 by 25. As the 25 is greater, we will have the 21. So we are assigning this 21 to the number 1. So number 1 is 25. Why? Because we are shifting the number 2 as the number 1. So that is number 2 we are shifting to number 1, and number 2 will get 21 as we are doing division here. After that, again we do the same thing, 25 by 21. We'll get the remainder as 4, and we are saving that value into the number 2, and we are storing the number 2 into number 1, that is 21, the number 2 into the number 1. Again we are doing the same, 21 by 4, we get the value as 1. We are storing here, and we are storing the number 2 into the number 1. After that, we are again module division by 4 by 1. We'll get the 0 as a reminder, and we are shifting the number 2 to the number 1. So the final value is, whenever we get the remainder 0, we'll stop it. As we have the while loop here, we'll stop the value, and we return the number 1. So this is the greatest value, greatest common divisor. One is only the 1. 1 is the only common divisor. So that's why we call these two other coprimes. So let me explain the code clearly. So here we're using two functions, that is, one is coprime and coprime test loop. We're calling the coprime test loop function here. So as soon as we call here, I'm starting a while loop. The while loop will always run to ask the users to prompt the numbers in a loop. So after that, after we entering the value, we are converting them into the integer and storing the value here, and we are calling the coprime function here. So after calling the coprime, again we started a while loop. This is the Euclidean algorithm. So after that, we are always doing the modulo values and shifting the values to number 2 and number 2 to the number 1. So whenever we get the greatest value, greatest divisor, common divisor of the two pair of numbers has a 1, we are returning it to the function where we have called it. So after returning it, we are printing the values. If the result is 1, that is, we are returning the 1. If it is 1, we are going to print that these values are coprimes. If not, that we are saying that they are not coprimes. You can see, let's try a different example here which are not coprimes. That is 21, say, and 27. These are not coprimes. Okay, these are coprimes. These are not coprimes because they are divisible by 3. So this is my algorithm. Thank you very much.